Hi friends, welcome to Spartan CRE. In today's video, I'll be solving question number 61 till question number 75 from Nova GRE book. The PDF of this book can be downloaded from the Telegram group, Spartan GRE Telegram group. As of now, that is the largest Telegram group for GRE aspirants on internet. This group is completely no spam. All are genuine aspirants, so interested people can join the group. A link is given in the description of this video. Out of the many books available in market, I have chosen this Nova book to make videos on geometry because I found many good questions in this book compared to other books. At the same time, solving Nova book alone is not sufficient to get strong hold on geometry. So geometry is a very vast subject. You need not go too depth. At the same time, don't be too superficial because GRE they're asking many good questions from geometry chapter. Okay, the first question says, in the figure, line L and K are parallel and A is an acute angle, right? Acute angle. And if you watch my geometry videos, this question will be very easy. See here, I told you this is a hill. A hill is formed here. So the top angle, apex angle will be equal to sum of the bases, right? So what you can say is your B plus 30 plus B equal to A. Actually, I have derived this rule. You can see the explanation in one of the geometry videos. Why I said this apex is equal to sum of the bases, so that you can see in those videos, right? I clearly explained the reason. So 2b plus 30 equal to A. Now your A is an acute angle triangle, that means A is less than 90. So if A is less than 90, 2b plus 30 is also less than 90. So that means B is less than 60, so B is less than 30. So 2b is less than 60 means B is less than 30. So your answer for this question is option D, right? So let's move on to our next question. The question says diagonal of a square is 14.1. Now we are asked to find the area of the square. You know, in a square is made up of two right angle isosceles triangles, right? So if you have a right angle isosceles triangle like this, so the ratio of their sides will be in the ratio 1:1:√2. So the angles will be in the ratio 45, 45, 90. So even this one I told in one of the videos, so please watch those videos as well, right? I made a separate playlist for geometry. Now my √2 value is given. This is the diagonal one, right? So √2 is equivalent to 14.1. When √2 is equivalent to 14.1, my 1 value will be equal to 14.1 by √2. And you know √2 is 1.414. So when you rounded it off, you need not take this one. So this will become 30. So length of the side is 10. So therefore area will be 100. So your answer for this question is E. Now, question number 63. The question says in the figure ABC and ADC are right angle triangles. When you say ABC is a right angle triangle, your triangle will be right angle at B. Similarly, ADC is a right angle triangle means your triangle is right angle at D. So I will assume that my D is a right angle. Now he said asked to find the length of AD and CD. So let this be X and let this be Y. Since this is 3, 4, this will be 5, right? This will be 5. Now, so by Pythagoras theorem, x square plus y square will be equal to 5 square, that is 25. Now you check your options. So if this is x and this is y, x square plus y square will be 7. It is not equal to 25, so your option 1 is wrong. Now 4 square plus 6 square, this is going more than 25, so this is also wrong. Now option 3, 1 plus √24 square, that is giving you 25, so option 3 is correct. Option D, 1 plus 26 is giving you 27, so this is also wrong. So now you check your options. Option A, 1 and 2 wrong. Option B, 2 and 3. Option C, 3 and 4. So in all these options, nowhere only 3 is given. So that means he is not following the normal convention. What they are doing is, instead, ADC is a right angle triangle. It doesn't mean that D is right angle. That's why in the figure itself they didn't mention the right angle. They didn't draw this right angle symbol, right? So now what I can assume is my triangle can be right angled at D, or it can be right angled at C as well, or it can be right angled at A also, right? So I'll suppose this is my right angle is here, right? Now if this is here, what I can say is my y will be greater side, that will be hypotenuse, so that will be y square is equal to 5 square plus x square. So y square minus x square should give me 25. Now check the options. If this is x and this is y, y square minus x square will give you 1, not 25. So option 1 you can eliminate. Again, 6 square minus 4 square is not giving you 25, right? So this is also wrong. Option 4, 26 minus 1 is giving you 25. So option 4 is correct. So your answer will be option C, right? So let's move on to next question. In the figure, what is the value of x? Right, if you have two lines like this, if this is theta, this will be theta because they are vertically opposite angles. Now here this is x means this will be x, right? And this is x means this will be x. This will be 180 minus 90 plus x. So this will be 90 minus x, right? So if this is 90 minus x, this will be 90 minus x. And again this is x means this will be x, right? Now you take this triangle, this angle will be 180 minus 2x. Now this angle will be 180 minus 2x. Now if you take this big triangle, this triangle, your angles are x plus 90 minus x plus 180 minus 2x. Adding all these angles should give you 180. So cancel out 180 and x will get cancelled. So your 2x is 90 degrees. That implies x is equal to 45 degrees. So your answer for this is 45 degrees, right? Also I want to tell you something here. See here, you got 90 minus x in this, you got x in this. If you are trying to find this angle of this triangle with respect to these two sides, then you are beating around the bush, right? You see here, if this is 90 minus x, this is x, so this angle should be 180 minus x plus 90 minus x. So x and x will get cancelled. So 180 minus 90, it will give you 90. So this will be 90. If you start adding, now you have three angles, 90 x, 90 minus x. If you add them, you will get 180. So to solve this equation, you should get this variable from another triangle, right? That's why I'm taking this as 180 minus 2x and not as 90, right? Now let's move on to our next question. In this question, it is said you are asked to find the value of x. Now this is an equilateral triangle. Equilateral triangle means this will be 60. So this will be 60. And this triangle is an right angled isosceles triangle. So since it has 1:1:√2 ratio of sides, so this value will become 90 and this will be 45. If this is 45, this angle will be 45. So this angle will be 180 minus 60 plus 45, which is 180 minus 105. So that will give you 75 degrees. So this 75 degrees means this x will also be 75 degrees, right? Now let's move on to our next question. ABCD is a square and the area of AFG is 10. This is given as 10. And you are asked to find AEC, this one. You are asked to find this one. Here I wanted to tell you something. Just a minute. Yeah. Here, if you have a triangle like this, I already explained this concept in one of the geometry videos. If you have a triangle like this, right, and this base is B, this is an acute angle triangle, so my height will be inside the triangle. So this is H. Your area of the triangle will be half base into H. Now if you have a obtuse angle triangle like this, right, obtuse angle triangle, this is B. So your height in a obtuse angle triangle will not be inside, but it will be outside. So you have to extend the base, and from the third vertex drop a perpendicular onto the extended base. You will get the height here. So here also let it be H1. So it will be half base into H1, right? Now if you take one more triangle like this, right, and I am drawing a line like this, Here if you see, there are two triangles formed. This triangle is an obtuse angle triangle, right? And this triangle is an acute angle triangle. So both the triangles are there. Now As I told you, this whole triangle is an obtuse angle, acute angle triangle, this whole triangle. I will drop a perpendicular, so this perpendicular will act as a height for both acute and obtuse angle triangle. This small triangle is an acute obtuse angle triangle, so height for this is this one, base is this one, and for this triangle the base is this one, height is again this one, same, right? Now using this concept you will solve this question. Now he said in the question, area of triangle AFG is 10. So my half into base is 4. 4 into what is my height? So this is an obtuse angle triangle. So this is an extended base, and from third vertex you are dropping a perpendicular. This is 90 degrees because it is a square. So this will be my height. So let this be AB. So my AB is given as 10. So AB is getting as 5. So this AB is equal to 5. Now we are asked to find the area of AEC. So AEC, this will be half, base is 2, my height is this one again. So half, that one we got as 5. So this and this will get cancelled and we get 5. So your answer for this question is 5. Right? Now let's move on to next question. In the figure ABCD is a rectangle, FE are the points, and he has given that area of DFB is 9. This area is 9. Area of BED is 24. You are asked to find the perimeter of the rectangle. If I am calculating this area, it will be half, base is 2, and height will be this one, AD, right? So AD, let it be AD. This is given as 9. So AD will become 9 itself. Now area of this triangle, half base into what is this height? This is a rectangle, right? So this will be DC. This is given as 24. 2 times this goes 12 times, so your DC is 12. So that means you got 12 here. So what is the perimeter now? 2 into L plus B, which is 2 into 9 plus 12, which is 2 into 21. That will be 42. So your answer for this is 42. Right? Let's move on to next question. The figure ABCD is a rectangle. Area of quadrilateral EBFD is 1/2 of the area of the rectangle ABCD. You are asked to find the value of AD. If you take this quadrilateral EDBC, there you can see two triangles. Here if you take area of this triangle, this will be half, base into your height will be this one, AB, plus what is this area? This area will be half, base into your height will be this one, DC. If you see, AB and DC will be equal because it is a rectangle. So you can write it as half. If you take common, it will be 3AB plus 4AB. So this area of this quadrilateral you are getting as half 7AB. That's it. Now this area is equal to half of the area of the rectangle. What is the area of the rectangle? It is half of area of rectangle, length into breadth. So AB into DC. AB into DC. Half and half will get cancelled. AB get cancelled. So you get DC is equal to 7. So DC is equal to sorry, this is not DC. Length is AB and BC. This is BC, not DC. So you are getting BC as 7. If you are getting BC as 7, your AD is also 7. So your answer for this question is 7. Now in the figure ABCD is a rectangle and the area of the quadrilateral AFCE is equal to the area of triangle ABC. Fine. So what is the area of this quadrilateral? So this area will be equal to half base into your height is this one, 4, plus half base into now height will be AD. This is a rectangle. So AD is equal to BC. So you can take this one is equal to area of the square, area of the rectangle ABC. So that will be base is this one. This total value is 8 because this is 5, this is 3. Half base into this total length is 4. So half, when you take common, you can cancel all these things. So this will be 12 plus 4x is equal to 8 4s are 32. right? Again, if you cancel 4 on all the sides, 3 plus x is equal to 8, so your x value will become 5. So your answer is 5 for this question. So let's solve our next question. In the figure, ABCD is a rectangle. Point E and F cut, everything is given here, right? So this is 3, this is 4, this length is 12, means this length will be 9. And he said area of the shaded regions are same. This shaded is equal to this shaded. So let's find area of this one. This will be half base into height will be my AB plus, sorry, he said equal, right? So equal to half base is 4, my height will be 12 here. So half and half will cancel, 3 goes 4 times, so you are getting AB as 16. So this AB length you got 16. Now what is the perimeter of the triangle? Perimeter will be 2 into L plus B, so 16 plus 12, which is 28 into 2, that will be 56. So your perimeter is equal to 56, right? Now let's move on to our next question. What is the perimeter of triangle ABC as shown in the figure? If you see here, this Z is vertically opposite to Y. That means you can say Z equal to Y. Here again, Y and Z, X are equal, so Y equal to X. By transitive property, what you can say is your Y is equal to X equal to Z. All angles are equal. Now here anyway Z is there. Here vertically opposite angle, this will be Z, 2Z. And Y can also be equal to Z. That's what I said, Y is equal to Z. So Z. So if you take this triangle, you're getting 4Z equal to 180. So your Z will be 45 degrees. Right? So Z is 45 degrees. This is 45, this is 45, this is 90. That means you got right angle isosceles triangle, right? So side opposite to 45 is given as 2. So this side also will be 2 because this is opposite to 45. Now side opposite to 90 will be 2 root 2. Now what is the perimeter? Perimeter will be 2 plus 2 plus 2 root 2. So that will be 4 plus 2 root 2. So your answer will be option B. Right? So let's move on to our next question. In the figure, what is the value of x? You see here 5, 3, 4, this is a right angle triangle. I told you you should memorize at least 10 triplets. I gave the list in one of the videos. Please check the videos. So 5, 3, 4 is a triplet. So right angle is formed opposite to side 5. So here this is 90 degrees. If this is 90 means this also will be 90. And this is a equilateral triangle. If this is 60 means this will be 60. You know, in a quadrilateral total angle should be 360 degrees. So 90 plus 60 is 150. So you are less of how much? You are less of 210 degrees. So this x plus x, 2x value is equal to 210. Your x value will be equal to 105. So that's what you are asked to find. So it is 105, right? Now let's move on to our next question. In the figure, ABCD is a rectangle. Point PQ or S. Okay, fine. So before this, I wanted to explain you a concept here. Suppose you have a triangle. You have a triangle like this, and let this be ABC. A parallel line is drawn to BC. Let this be DE. Right? If this is A and this is B, and if this is C and this is D, then what I can say is my A by B ratio will be equal to C by D. This is called BPT theorem, basic proportionality theorem. It's very important. If both lines are parallel, that means A by B ratio will be equal to C by D. That means left side ratio will be equal to right side ratio. And the inverse is also true, right? And the opposite is also true. Opposite, I mean to say, if we have a triangle like this, A, B, C is there. If I say this one is A and this is B, if this is C and if this is D, if I find that my A by B is equal to C by D, then I can say this line is parallel to this line. For example, if I take a triangle like this, A, B, C, I have a line like this. It is given that this is 1:2 and this is 4/8. Now I can say that this line is parallel to this line. Why? Because the left side ratio is 1/2 and the right side ratio is 4/8, which is also 1/2. So since the ratios are same, the lines will be parallel. Now using this property, I have to say which line of the given these lines, which line is parallel to line DB. So if you take this triangle, so here it is 3 means this will be 6 because total length is 9, and this is 15. Here 3 plus 4, 5, 6, 7 is the total. So this length will be 8, right? Now you're asked to find which line is parallel to BD, right? So my figure, this figure is like this. This figure is like this. This is B, this is A, this is D, and this length is this is given. Now my E is there here, right? This AE is 3 and ED is 6. That means it is in the ratio 1:2. 1:2. Now some line is going, right? This line, he's saying this line is parallel to line BD. So here 1:2 means here also it should be 1:2. So now go by options. If I take my EP as my answer, if my EP is my answer, then this ratio should be equal to 1:2. But what is the ratio here? It is 3 here, and this total part, and this total part is how much? It is 14, right? It is 12. So 3:12, it will be 1:4. It is not 1:2, so option 1 is wrong. Now EQ, if my EQ is the answer, then this length is 4 here and this length will be 11. So you're getting 4:11. This is also wrong. Now my third option is ER. If ER is the answer, this length till here is 5 and the remaining length is 10. So you're getting 1:2 ratio. You can stop it here. So your answer is C, right? So let's move on to our next question. 2 points or 3 points around the circle ABC. What is the value of X, right? Now in geometry, it's always important to pay special focus on equal parts. Wherever you're finding equal things, okay, mark them equal, so that you can mark wherever you're finding equal sides, mark them equal so that you can mark the angles as well. Similarly, pay special focus on exterior angles, okay? So those are very important. So here, this is a radius, this is radius, this is radius, right? So this angle will be equal to this angle. Now this angle is already 75. So my, what is the balance here? 180 minus 75, which will be 105. So this angle will be equal to 105 by 2. Agree? 105 by 2. Now again, these two angles are equal. So this angle will be equal to 180 minus 35. This will be 5, and 4, 145. 145 by 2, right? And now this entire thing is a straight angle, that is 180 degrees. So what you can do is your X plus this 105 by 2 plus 145 by 2 equal to 180. So what is this 105 plus 145? If you add them up, you will get 250 by 2. 250 means 125, right? 125. So your X will be 180 minus 125. So it will be 355 degrees. So your answer for this question is 55 degrees, right? So let's solve our last question. The last question, he said, in the figure ABCD and PQRS are two rectangles inscribed in a circle as shown. He has given this length AB is given as 4. This AB is given as 4. Now AD is given as 3. What is AD? This AD is given as 3. Again he gave QR as 4. This QR he has given as 4, right? So this QR is given as 4. Now if you observe the figure, you need not even use pen, right? You can by observation you can tell the answer. What happened is, earlier there is a rectangle, it is touching the circle on all the 4 sides. Now there are 2 sides, one is 3, one is 4, and the triangle, the rectangle is rotated such that earlier 3, which is vertical, is now horizontal. Now earlier horizontal one is now vertical, right? So one side, that 4 part which is earlier horizontal, is now lying vertical. That means the horizontal part of the new rectangle is 3. So this part, what I can say is, this is 4 and this will be 3. This length will be 3. So what is my diagonal? This one. This will be obviously 5. So your answer for this question is 5. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please do share this video so that it reaches larger audience. Thank you.